What's up, everybody? HTG Brian here. We are almost live from the beach this time. That's right, as promised, it is the March 2017 Game Break. We're coming to you almost live from Seaside, Oregon. Luckily for us, we got a spring break out here to come spend a few days, and we had the kids out here for the first half of the journey, and now we have dropped them off, and it's just some mom and dad time. We're just kind of hanging out, indulging in some awesome sunsets. And I apologize if you can't see me all that well, but I figured, hey, with a view like this, why would you want to worry about this anyways, right? So, all right, March 2017, what a crazy month this is. It seems like every month lately has been crazy. One of these days, I'm hoping we're just going to have kind of a boring month, and we'll just talk about boring stuff. You know, like me standing in front of a wall for hours like a few of you are starting to request. We need a lot more requests than 4 before I'm going to stand in front of a wall and talk. But, hey, I wanted to give a thanks to all you guys. Without you, we obviously wouldn't be able to do the things that we do, like the product and gaming reviews, all the collectible videos, and all that stuff. It's up to you to watch those, and without your support, we probably wouldn't make them. So, special shout out to all of you guys. We're actually creeping up on a couple of really big milestones. 30 million total views. I don't know when we're going to crack it, but it's getting pretty close. The other one we're coming up on is 75,000 subscribers. That's right, 75K. We are almost 25 away from that silver play button. I know some of you know I'm pretty excited about that, and I hope to get that sooner than later. So tell your friends, spread the word. HappyThumbsGaming. That's right, we gotta help us get across that line and hit that 100K. But, all right, what did we do in March here? We did quite a few things. We checked out Sniper Elite 4. That's one of my favorite third-person shooter games. It's pretty awesome. It's got the X-ray cams and all that. We did some collectible videos as well as a couple of trophy achievement videos. And hopefully you guys have been enjoying those. The views aren't quite what we hoped they would be, but we'll take whatever we can get on those. And hey, if you guys have any questions, requests, things like that about Sniper Elite 4, let us know, and we'll go ahead and try to bust out any of those that we have remaining that we haven't done yet. So, yeah, without Tyler P, I would have been lost in that, and we'll get to that here in a second. But we also covered Lego Worlds, and not only was that fun and different than what we're used to as far as Lego games go, we actually had a pretty cool moment. Both Tyler P and I both kind of hit some milestones that I don't think either of us have ever hit. I know I hadn't hit one of these like this before. So, you know, in the world of trophy achievements, there's a few websites that actually track the time of when people bring those off and whatnot. And I've never really paid attention to those because I'm never in the top of those lists. I'm always way down on the list. But that changed. There is a trophy achievement called the Billionaire that requires you to obtain, that's a funny way to say that, requires you to obtain 1 billion total studs. And we kind of found a cheat in the system, so to speak. And you've probably watched our Billionaire trophy achievement video by now, where we show you the glitch where you can actually duplicate chests and you know, studs and things like that. And we grinded it out. Took us about 6.5 hours to get mine, and roughly about 3.5 hours for Tyler once he got his, or to get his, because we had already had the room all set up for mine. But I actually ended up being 7th in the world to get that. And Tyler was right behind me at 10th, so a couple of people squeezed in between us, but 7th and 10th, that's pretty sweet. So yeah, special thanks to Tyler P for helping me not only decrypt all of those crazy messages and codes that we found online to actually figure out how to do this, but also for showing me where all those collectibles were in Sniper Elite 4, because I was pretty lost without you. So, yeah. Now, a couple of more Lego news items that we want to pay attention to. Next is, there's been a lot of rumors going around about the future of Lego Dimensions. Now, we don't really have any first-hand info, but we got a couple of people that have some pretty good sources, and we have some pretty good indications that the game will continue for a while. At least through September, October-ish this year. We're hoping to get all of the Year 3 content, but it looks like we might only get the Year 2 content. We'll just have to play that by ear. I'm going to reach out to my people and see if they can give me any information. Like, officially, Warner Brothers or TT Games has not said anything about canceling it or anything like that. So, as far as we know, these rumors could all just be totally false. And we know there's a lot of fake news these days, and this hopefully will fall into that, but we'll see. Ooh, look at that sun. It's coming out for a little peek there behind the clouds. But, so yeah, you know, there will be more waves. We know that there's at least a couple more waves from year 2 coming out. Hermione and some other things. The Goonies definitely will be making it. Beyond that, though, we'll just have to wait and see. Fingers crossed. I hope to get that 3rd year. And if we don't, you know, it's been a pretty awesome ride so far. But even in the last update, some of the levels that were once there have been removed. My watch is trying to talk to me right now. Shh. We'll have a conversation later, I promise. But yeah, so anyways, LEGO Dimensions, hopefully they'll come back and be strong. And maybe there'll be a LEGO Dimensions 2 or something that will take over instead of having year 3 content on the original toy pad. Next up, though, we got Lego City Undercover. Now, hopefully the sun isn't totally blinding you. The reflection off the wall is a bit much for me even, so hopefully it's beautiful and amazing. And you probably can't see me at all, though, so that's probably a good thing as well. But Lego City Undercover comes out April 4th. It is already out on Wii U as well as the 3DS. We're looking forward to it. I do believe Doug is going to write the trophy achievement guide for that, and I'll be doing the videos as per usual. And I'm sure Tyler will fit in there doing something along the way to help out as well. But pretty cool. From my understanding, it's a fairly short game, and it's more the traditional sense with like you know, collectibles, kind of like mini kits. But I don't think they're mini kits. We'll have to wait and see though. All right, so that's pretty much it with all of the gaming news. I did want to touch base, you know, on something else. A few months ago, I kind of dropped a bomb on you guys regarding my father-in-law. We had recently found out that he had stage 4 cancer, and it was just everywhere. And, you know, things were certainly an uphill battle. There was always hope, but, you know, we weren't sure what was going to happen. So we actually did a bunch of research. He did tons of research. He saw all sorts of doctors. And as time would go on, we found a couple of treatments that seemed to be the right ones. And anyways, we got a trifecta going right now. We have a special drug called Tarceva that is it's a genetic based thing that you have to have a certain DNA match in order to even qualify for these pills. And he got it, and I think I talked to you about that in a previous game break, but they're working, so that's good news. We also got we got cannabis in there. We've got some high-grade pills that are supposed to be doing wonders and help with pain. And listen, he's doing a lot of sleeping, and he's not complaining a lot about pain, so we think that's doing the trick. Now, on top of that, to complete the trifecta, we have these smoothies. Now, we keep asking, like, what's in these smoothies? And his response is, it's crap. So we don't really know if it's like rutabaga and beets or if it's like, you know, eyeballs and toes. We don't really know, but he's drinking them every day. He doesn't like them, but they are helping. And how do we know all this? Well, we actually just got word yesterday from her dad that the PET scan that they do has actually, it's lost sight of some of the cancer. There was actually 6 major spots that are no longer even detectable. So, like, what? Like, we weren't expecting this at all, but we were hoping for this, of course. So, yeah, things are going great in that department. Fingers crossed that they're going to continue to go that way. He's going to continue the treatments the way everything is set up right now for him. So, yeah, I mean, we're hoping for the best, obviously, and he's fighting the good fight. So, keep strong, Gary. And let's see here. We got to finalize the old game break. I'm still in vacation mode, so if I'm a little bit woozy or slow on the draw here, you know, I've been sleeping a lot and trying to catch up on lack of, you know, hanging out and whatnot. But, all right, Patreon. Last but not least, we got to give a shout out to all of the Patreon supporters. Of course, we're going to have Thumbie pop in with all of our $5 and above supporters, and he'll probably pop in from the window at some point. Woo. All right. And of course, we're going to flip the list on over to the backside where all of our shout-outs are. Now, I can't shout out too loud because we're inside the penthouse suite, which I didn't really talk about that. I'll get back to that in just a second. But yeah, Steve Thomas, want to give a shout out to you. Thank you for your patronage. These are all $10 and above supporters, by the way. Bonnie Miller, that's right. Shout out from the beach, Bonnie. Hopefully you're enjoying this beautiful sunset. Ooh, this is a new one. Let's see if I can get this one right. Michael Karsberg. That one, we'll touch back on that one in a minute too. April White. What's up, April? Thank you for your patronage. Douglas Wright. Thank you, Dougie Doug. Appreciate that. Sebastian Davies. Much love, Sebastian. Appreciate your support. And of course, Celine Olsen. That's right. Celine and Michael are both from far away, and I have a hard time pronouncing their names because they have accents and things. Well, I guess I have the accent, or they do, depending on which one of us is telling the story, I guess. But and of course, last but not least, we do have an anonymous donor. Appreciate your patronage as well, and hopefully you too are enjoying this beautiful sunset. So there are tons of people down on the beach right now enjoying this sunset with us. And you can see Thumbies hanging out as per usual too. And one last thing I wanted to touch base on is the penthouse suite. Now, some of you probably saw some posts or maybe a video, picture, something like that previously already on some of our social media. But when we got here to the resort, there was a little bit of a complication with our room. And unfortunately, it took about half an hour to 45 minutes to sort through this. And in the end, they told us that we would be pleased when we got to our room. So we packed up our luggage cart and mobbed up to our room. And sure enough, it was on the highest floor up in the penthouse suite. And we only needed a 2-bedroom, and we'd only paid for a 2-bedroom, but we ended up getting a 3-bedroom. This place is huge, and it overlooks the most amazing beach. Well, I don't know the most amazing, but one of them. It's pretty awesome, you gotta admit, right? But on that note, well, we got a little bit of a break from that sun shining through. I'm going to go ahead and check out. So, yeah, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. We got lots coming up in April. We'll be back for another game break. If you want your name shouted out or maybe listed in this, go ahead and check out patreon.com, which we should have some links down below. And yeah, I'm back. Hopefully I'll be well rested and back at it in a couple days, but we'll get things rolling as per usual. Thanks for tuning in. As always, until next time.